everyone, welcome back to my channel. Once again, this is Miss Rachel. In this video, I'm going to discuss about JavaScript, syntax, rules, and variables. Now, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a lightweight programming scripting language. When you say lightweight programming, it is a computer program that is designed to have a small memory usage. JavaScript is used to make web pages interactive. In computer science, interactive refers to software which accepts and responds to input from people. It reacts to events such as loading or clicking a page. It performs calculations. Definitely, it is not related to Java programming other than by name and some syntactic similarities. JavaScript objects, methods, properties, and events. Here in objects, these are items that exist in the browser. These are the browser window, the page itself, the status bar, and the date and time stored in the browser are all objects. Here in methods, these are actions to be performed by an object. It also represents functions that are designed for a specific purpose, like doing a math function. As you can see here in the example, we have here a math function that is represented by two variables, which is x and y. Here in properties, it is a characteristic of an object, often describing attributes associated with a data structure. So here in the example, we have here variables such as first name, last name, age, and eye color. The attributes that describe the first name is John, and the attribute for the last name is De La Cruz. 50 is the attribute for the variable age, and blue is the attribute for the eye color. So John, De La Cruz, 50, and blue are called attributes or properties. Here in events, it refers to something which happens or which is done, such as loading a page, holding a mouse over a link, or clicking a link. You can also actually write scripts and set them to execute when a specific event occurs. So we have here an example of a function display date with the document.getElementary by ID method to display the current date. Here in the illustration of JavaScript event is when the user interacts with the page. An event will occur such as loading or clicking a page is through a piece of JavaScript code runs in response, and it will display a desirable output. So we have here the examples of objects, properties, methods, and events. The first one is a text. The properties is foreground or font color if you want to change the color of the text. Methods document.write. The events here is to write a string of text to the document. So that's why the method here is document.write. The next one is a button. The properties is a red, stands for the red button, and document.bg color. BG here stands for the background, and the event is change the background color of the page whenever the button is clicked. The next object is emoticon. And then the property here is to change the size. Method is document.image. The event is on mouse over. JavaScript syntax guides. We include language, JavaScript in the opening script tag. In here, the script tag is placed inside the body, but you can also place this script tag within the head tag. This means that JavaScript is executed even before the body tags. Next, we have here the object.method or object.property. So in object.method, you can write as document.write or the object.property. Example, document.bgcolor. Always remember that JavaScript is case sensitive. For example, if you call the function warning, then it should be written as lowercase. But if you're going to write it uppercase letter A, the moment you run your script, you will encounter an error since the entry is incorrect. Another example here is a BG color. Notice that letter C here is uppercase. If you don't type it like this, you will get an undefined result. JavaScript is processed from top to bottom. So in here, the first one on the page is processed first, while the script at the end is processed last. Codes are used to tell the browser what is to be displayed exactly as it is written in the script. We have here the single quote or a double quote. Same as with the comment, we have a single line comment with the 2 slashes and the multi-line comment with the slash asterisk and the closing tag is asterisk slash. We also use the symbol plus to concatenate a string. Concatenate here is to combine a string into one. And the statements may contain a semicolon at the end of the statement. In here we have JavaScript variables. What is variable? Variable is a symbolic representation denoting a quantity or expression. In mathematics, variables often represents an unknown quantity. In computer science, variables represent a place where quantity can be stored. In JavaScript, variables are container that contains a value. We have here an example. C2 equals A2 plus B2. The letters here, A, B, and C, are called variables. We have here JavaScript data types. As mentioned earlier, JavaScript variables can contain values that can change as required. There are new types attached to a variable in JavaScript. This means one need not declare the type of data a variable is supposed to contain. Here are some of the data types that a JavaScript variable may contain. The first one here is a character. It refers to any single letter or symbol such as X, Y, at, etc. Next is a string. A string is a series or combination of characters like some variable, first name, last name, and so on and so forth. Next is an integer. It refers to a whole number, whether it is negative or positive number. Next, we have float or double. It refers to negative or positive number with the decimal point. Next is boolean. It refers to the truth values. This can either be true or false, yes or no, on or off. Next are objects. These are items that exist in the browser or editor. Next one is a function. It refers to set of instructions or arguments. Next is array. Array is a type of object that contains a set of values that are mapped into keys. So we have an example here, variable cars with different types of cars. So we put index number here, car 0, 1, and 2. How to declare variables in JavaScript? If you declare one variable, write first var space first name with a semicolon. And then declaring several variables, you have to write first var, first name, comma, last name with a semicolon. Declaring one variable and assigning a value. Var space first name equals the value is 1 with the semicolon at the end. Variables can contain any letter of the alphabet, 0 to 9 digits, and the underscore character. There should be no spaces in between characters. It should not have punctuation characters. The first character of a variable name cannot be a digit. Variable names are case sensitive, hence first name with the lowercase f and first name with the uppercase f are two different variables.